I'm Tal Hendricks. This is my wife Leah. I'm an orthopedic surgery resident at UMC. We're married 5 years ago. We have 2 kids. Cobb is 3 and Ann Mabry is 4 months.
We found out we were pregnant with Ann Mabry in October. Everything was kind of going pretty normally, and I had a few little complications, but we thought everything was all right. And then it was on a Tuesday we were here. Things kind of took a turn, and we wound up at the hospital, and she came. They went ahead and I had to have a C-section. I was 29 weeks and 2 days, I believe. And Ann Mabry was born. She weighed 2 pounds and 15 ounces. And that started our NICU experience. So immediately she was taken to the NICU, and we were there for 7.5 weeks. She was so tiny inside of there, and I guess they call it an isolette for a reason. I don't know. I felt very isolated from her, and I got to see her for maybe 2 minutes, and then I had to leave and went to the room and was supposed to sleep. Yeah, right.
And I remember the first couple hurdles that we had were the breathing, the oxygen, and the nutrition. Because at that time she wasn't even old enough to take a bottle or to take any formula or milk or anything like that.
When I was put on bed rest, they gave me a steroid shot that was supposed to help with her lungs. And they said that that was just in case she came early, and that NICU nurses can tell the difference between a baby who's received the steroid shot and a baby who has not. So immediately when I had her, they kept saying, she's going to be good because you had that steroid shot.
She was, I guess, a leg up where she would have been from a lung standpoint as her lungs matured, but she still did require a dose of surfactant, which is something that they give premature babies that have underdeveloped lungs to help keep the lungs inflated. When they're very young, the air sacs in the lungs a lot of times will collapse down as they breathe out, and they have a hard time getting them reinflated. And so what surfactant does is basically helps lubricate the lungs and keep the air sacs inflated, so it makes it a good bit easier for them to breathe in and breathe out and to be able to oxygenate. I mean, one of the reasons we're so excited to be able to be here and talking through the March of Dimes is because they've been so involved and instrumental in helping kind of spur along the research in premature babies and have helped fund some of the studies that led to the development of surfactant, among other things, including the baby screening tests and other premature advances in medicine.
While we were in there, it felt like an eternity. In hindsight, now that we've gotten to know a lot of the other families and seeing a lot of other people, I feel like maybe our journey, I know our journey is not as difficult as a lot of other people's.
We had several friends that basically came to us and said, hey, I've been in a similar situation. And so we leaned a lot on friends and their past experiences just to kind of help draw strength and figure out, our situation is challenging, but it's not necessarily unheard of, and we've got other people that have been in similar situations, and so that was important for us as well.
One of the most helpful things to me was another mother who had experienced something like this, walking me through what was kind of going to happen, letting me see her baby who had come through this, and that was one of the most beneficial things for me. I realized, and maybe through this process I'll be able to reach out to other people. Just hearing other people's stories is so beneficial. I decided I was going to blog our journey with her. It was at nighttime I would sit down and type, and it was very helpful and therapeutic for me to do that.
I guess we've come to realize it's so individual to every family, and our experience was at least we felt like a long time, and so having little milestones to reach really helps us feel like, hey, we're moving in the right direction.
Hopefully, if someone sees this, they will know that a lot of times there is a happy ending to it. I was very glad that Dr. Glick asked us to do this because it makes me feel like, in a way, our journey has a bit of a purpose through the March of Dimes.